Don't just aspire to make a living. Aspire to make a difference.
There's a saying, when the devil ignores you, then you know you're doing something wrong. Wait a minute, I'm not done now. You know, the devil goes, oh no, leave him alone. Hey, he's my favorite.
These shortcut takers, they'd cancel me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing.
Don't just aspire to make a living, aspire to make a difference. There's a saying, when the devil ignores you, then you know you're doing something wrong. Wait a minute, I'm not done now. You know the devil goes, oh no, leave him alone. Hey, he's my favorite. All of these shortcut takers, they can nail me for talking about Harvey Weinstein. Before the thing came out, Katt Williams is allegedly sounding the alarm bells for Denzel Washington after he allegedly called out the industry. Word on the street claims that Denzel Washington might be the industry's next target, and specifically his marriage is what they might be trying to sabotage. You know, I have a God-fearing, loving, faithful wife who has taught me so much about family. Both Denzel and Katt have made a point of keeping their professional and private lives separate, which is how the industry managed to try to sabotage the union and discredit Denzel. For context, their marriage has been plagued with rumors that Denzel cheats on his wife. And it's not just one affair, it's multiple affairs. Allegedly, you see Denzel Washington, the master of on-screen intensity and charm, typically steers clear of love scenes to please his core audience. However, there was a time when he broke his own rule, leading to chaos. This decision led to rumors suggesting a romantic involvement between him and his co-stars Lean from the movie Out of Time. Regardless of how absurd it may seem, in 2003, Denzel Washington and son Lean faced rumors of an affair due to an intimate scene they shared on screen in a film. Denzel Washington, who was then married to his longtime wife, Katt Washington, promptly denied such claims, as did Sona Lan. However, that didn't prevent the rumors from flying, all thanks to that one scene in the movie Out of Time. In an interview with Vibe magazine in 2006, quoted by Fox News, SAA said the rumor got started because the movie had a love scene with Denzel, and people took that and translated it to real life. They said I was pregnant with Denzel's child, and people were calling my mother saying I'm having his baby. It's frustrating. People are going to talk no matter what. But get this, Sa is not the only woman that Denzel has been accused of cheating with, because he allegedly also had an affair with Eva Mendes at the same time he was having an affair with SAA. The rumor mill claimed that Eva broke things off when she found out about him and SAA. But hold up, because there are still a lot more women on this alleged roster. In 2007, rumors were flying about how Denzel was allegedly spotted with a young escort at the afterparty for the Mayweather versus De La Hoya fight. And allegedly they left the party together, spent the night together. And I'm just going to leave y'all to your imagination. Then there are the multiple blind items about him allegedly being spotted out with multiple young women. According to one blind item, I have seen him 3 different times at Firefly in Studio City. Apparently he has a house close to the restaurant up in the hills. Anyway, the 3 times I have seen him, he has been sitting way in the back in the outside sitting area past the last bar, and each time he has had about 3 white young chicks hanging off of him. And the girls are just staring at him in awe, like he is a king or something. Then there's this other blind item that straight up called him out for being a garden tool, and claimed that Katt has always known about his affair, saying I used to get my hair done by the same person who did pee back in the day, and she knows about it, stays frosty, but won't leave. She used to swear this was the last time, and she was out, but nothing came to fruition. There's also an account from a woman who claimed that Denzel's daughter Olivia flipped off at some fans who were talking about her father and how great of a man he was. The woman said Olivia annoyingly gets up from her chair and blurts out Denzel Washington is not the man you all think he is. And back in 2013, he was involved in an entire scandal after news broke that he had allegedly been caught kissing another woman. The scandal was so bad and so messy that Katt temporarily separated from Denzel and moved to New York while Denzel stayed back in LA. but he was eventually able to sweet-talk himself back into her good graces. And according to a source, Denzel has always sweet-talked his way out of it. She confronted him, and once again, he denied he did anything wrong. The interesting thing about this scandal is how short-lived it was. It died down only after a couple of days, and the pictures of Denzel and the other woman never saw the light of day, leading to speculation that a certain someone had paid a hefty amount to make all of it go away. For context, Denzel and Peta Washington met during the making of the 1977 TV film The Wilma Rudolph Story, which was the former's first screen appearance. They married in 1983 and have been at each other's side ever since. One of the most memorable Peta Washington interviews occurred on The Oprah Winfrey Show in 1996. The actress was appearing alongside Denzel Washington, who was promoting the comedy drama The Preacher's Wife, and the film's romantic subject matter led to some questions about the inception of Peta and Denzel's relationship. Peta took the lead and detailed her first encounter with Denzel in detail. As was previously stated, the two actors appeared alongside each other in the TV film The Wilma Rudolph Story, and Peta claimed that they really began to connect at a party thrown by one of the film's other performers. Peta Washington was smitten with her husband-to-be, and they serendipitously ran into each other the very next night. Peta was late attending a play with her friends, so she was forced to grab whatever seat was available. When the lights came up at the end of the play, she realized she was sitting next to none other than Denzel Washington. Despite Denzel Washington's status as a symbol, Peta told Oprah Winfrey that she was attracted to his personality. "First I thought he was cute, but I fell in love with his spirit, really, that I saw first. And then I thought, not a bad package, it's a cute story." But it took on a comedic bent when it was revealed that Denzel Washington remembers the circumstances in which they met very differently. Denzel Washington has become one of the most rich and famous actors of all time, which is even more impressive, given his difficult childhood. During a 2011 appearance on Live with Kelly and Ryan, Denzel claimed that his wife went to the play knowing that he would be there, meaning that the two have disagreed over the details of that fateful night for over 45 years. Denzel Washington even alluded to the fact that Peta Washington thinks he's wrong when he told Kelly and Ryan, "I'm getting in trouble." As we speak, Peta Washington has often accompanied Denzel Washington on the press tours for his films. They were interviewed together at the premiere of Two Guns, but despite the film's exciting premise, Peta nearly stole the show when she revealed that she had turned down 2 proposals from her husband before eventually saying yes. Peta told Access Hollywood that she was proposed to a whopping 3 times by the Oscar winner, which led to a hilarious exchange in front of the outlet. Denzel Washington recalled proposing twice, but Peta corrected him, claiming that she accepted his hand in marriage on the 3rd attempt. "It was 3 times. I know with age, sometimes things go the mind. I turned you down twice, and the 3rd time we did it without missing a beat." Denzel Washington turned to Access Hollywood and said, "You heard it here first. She turned me down." She said no. Peta and Denzel eventually tied the knot in 1983, though. According to the latter, the comic mishaps continued at their wedding. The couple were spread so thin planning a wedding and pursuing acting careers that they failed to order enough food for all of their guests. Denzel Washington recounted the incident during a 2017 appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live. "After all the photos and handshaking, the couple were forced to travel to a nearby restaurant to have a proper wedding dinner. We ended up at a diner. We had eggs or something." True story. Peta and Denzel had much more time to plan the second time around. They renewed their vows in a 1995 South African ceremony. According to Brightside, Peta Washington was actually a bigger star than Denzel Washington. When they first met, their oldest son, John David Washington, recounted this dynamic during a 2020 interview with Today host Craig Melvin. "She was on Broadway working. She paid for the first date. She paid the bill, paid for the cab ride." Peta Washington was a rising name on stage and screen, but she made the decision to step back from show business in the 1980s to raise her 4 children with Denzel. John David Arcadia, Malcolm, and Olivia. When asked why she opted to cut her career short during a 2011 appearance on the Wendy Williams show, Peta reasoned that it was important for her children to have a consistent presence in their lives, given that Denzel Washington's career had exploded by the late 80s. Where would the child be, in the air, so I decided that I wanted to. It was my choice to be home and create a home. In any case, it seems the powers that be have been trying to discredit Denzel for some time now because of his outspokenness and his activism in Hollywood. You see, the actor has been firing shots at his fellows in the industry for what he described as their delusional arrogance. People hold the difficulty of making a movie. Unlike Send Your Son to Iraq, that's difficult. It's just a movie. It's like Relax. The actor, famous for being brave and smart, openly talked about the decreasing viewership of major Hollywood award shows. He said that the shows focus too much on pushing their political opinions onto viewers. He said that